Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Just a quick note, today my voice will sound a little different because I'm dealing with the flu. Like, I've been sneezing a lot. It has been crazy for me this past 2 days, but alhamdulillah I'm getting better. So I've been taking some ginger tea with lime and cloves, and that has been really helpful, and I'm getting better. Well, way better than yesterday, so alhamdulillah. And also I have my water with some lime and some cloves and some cinnamon stick to help me stay hydrated, so it's all good. The one thing that I'm grateful for right now is the fact that I'm not coughing, because when you have the flu and you tend to have that dry cough, the one that itches your throat, I hate that so much, and I'm so glad that I do not have to cough. Right now I added a very nice touch to my atmosphere. I'm using the peppermint oil, like just to have a minty smell to help with my congestion, because guys, I'm literally breathing through my mouth and that's messed up. Right now I'm so glad that I do not have to step out of the house. I don't need anything. I don't need to get anything outside, because I really don't want to get people infected, because it's just too tiring. So today I'm going to share my journey of moving to the US and what that experience has been like for me. So, action. So I used to travel here with my grandpa during the summer, and I can tell you those trips were always filled with excitement. So the first time I traveled to America, I was about 8 to 9 years old, I believe. I was pretty young by then. I can't really tell you what was going on in my little mind, but I can tell you that I knew there was a change of environment. And I was moving from place to place. I was going to boutique stores, amusement parks, you name it, visiting families, and I was having fun. However, when I moved with my dad, I realized how quickly things have changed since those carefree days. So when I first moved to the US, I thought everything would be easier. And I'm sure many of you thought that as well. But my dear friends, it's actually the opposite. Don't get me wrong, America is still the land of opportunities. I mean, if you work hard and you trust the process and you have God beside you, you definitely succeed. But the thing here is the steps to get you where you want to go can be quite overwhelming and really challenging. I want to make this clear to anyone watching this video outside of America. There is no money on the ground for you to pick up. Money does not grow on trees here. You have to work for every dollar. Nobody's gonna save you, and nobody's gonna hand you money for doing absolutely nothing. You see that dollar? It has to be earned. It's not like back home or in Africa, where even if you do not work, you still have food to eat. There's no monkey they walk babu they chop here. Everybody has to work. If you really want to eat, you have to work for it. You have to work for that burger. You have to work for that sandwich, or you have to work for that Coca-Cola drink that you really want to drink so bad. Nothing is free in America. Like, I'm pretty sure that I'm paying for the air that I'm breathing right now. That's why whenever somebody hands you $1, $2, be grateful. Thank that person, because that person might have went through hell to give you that money. Secondly, your first year in America can be quite depressing. I mean, you just don't arrive and start working. There are some crucial steps that you need to take. I mean, you need to work on your work authorization card, and you need to get your social security number. And I can tell you that these processes takes a lot of time, and it's not as straightforward as it seems. I remember waiting for my own approvals. For the first few months, it was quite depressing. I mean, remembering where I was coming from, I was working. I had my small business on the side. I was partying with friends. I was having fun. But when I first arrived in America, I was taking it very lightly. I was like, okay, this is just 1 month. I'm good. Probably in the next month, I'll be busy. I'll start working and I won't be home alone. But then 1 month passed, 2 months, 3 months, five, six, and I started to get depressed. I was like, what's this? Why am I home all day doing nothing? when everybody just wakes up, my siblings are going to school, my dad is going to work. So I felt kind of useless, I could say. So I started to cry. I would tell my mom, I want to come back. I want to go back home. I don't want to stay in America anymore. America is boring. I remember crying. And my mom would try to comfort me. Would say, oh, this is just your few months in America. Don't worry. Everything will change with time. You're still new there. And that's what everybody keeps on saying. My aunties, even my dad and my uncles, they said the same thing. They said, you have to come, when you come to America, you have to stay for at least a year or two before you start working. I was like, hell no. I don't think I want to stay a year or two before I start working, because I'm a very independent person. I love handling my things by myself. So you can imagine how depressed I was not working. So yeah. So the third point is making friends in America is very difficult as an adult. I can't speak for the entire country, but for the state I'm in, it's very difficult. I thought it would be easier, but trust me, it really isn't. People here tend to keep to themselves a lot. It feels like you have to make the first move to start up a conversation. And sometimes, even when you do, something as simple as hi can lead to being snubbed. And that's why I decided to stay on my own, because I'm worried about the response I might get. However, I met 3 cool people in my college. We're not friends yet, but we're getting there, so fingers crossed. So my last point I'm gonna make here today is people in America are trying to think of the right word to use. Responsive, I can say. Yes, people in America are responsive, but it can be very tricky, especially when it comes to humor. You just don't joke around with anybody here that you're not truly friends with. Back home, you don't have to be friends with anyone. You don't have to be close to anyone for you to have a joking relationship with them. Like, everybody jokes around. It's something common back home. And it's a different story here. If you joke with someone that you do not know well, things might be taken seriously. I mean, before you know it, they're already angry or upset. And you'll be there wondering, what happened? When did you go from a 0 to 100? And it's really shocking how emotions can really escalate. And you might be left wondering what went wrong. So what might be perfectly fine back home, it's quite different here. As the saying goes, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Let's try to be respectful of people's emotions, wherever you go or wherever you may be. Okay guys, so I'm gonna end this video here. These are the points that I can think of right now that I thought to share. Please let me know if you have any questions, or maybe you might want to share your thoughts. Just put them down in the comment box. And thank you for tuning in today. Please don't forget to like, and if you're new here, please subscribe, share, like, and comment. See you in my next one.